It's great to be here today for our first Engage APAC event. I'm excited to spend some time with you to talk about how Smartsheet is powering the dynamic workforce and also share some of our latest product announcements. Now, last year at Engage, we previewed how we were planning to connect 10,000 feet resourcing with project plans in Smartsheet. And today I'm happy to report we've delivered on that promise with the 10,000 feet panel for Smartsheet. This panel is a portal into your resourcing plan and your team's availability. Directly from a project sheet, you can see who's been assigned to the project, request the types of people you need to complete each deliverable, and get a real-time preview of the impact of resourcing changes as you move through the project lifecycle. The 10,000 feet panel for Smartsheet is available today, and we can't wait for you to start using the panel to get the full picture on your projects and your people. Marketing leaders consistently tell us they're tired of having to use a bunch of disjointed tools like email, chat, spreadsheets, and file sharing to manage their workflows and content. They want solutions that enable their teams to be more effective and more dynamic, including end-to-end workflows for content development, campaign management, events, and digital content. They also want analytics and insights to understand the effectiveness of their processes and the content they're creating. And it makes sense, right? For designers and marketers, content is a core part of almost everything they do. In fact, it was these customer needs that led us to invest in developing more powerful, elite experiences for them in Smartsheet. We launched our first version of content collaboration last year at Engage. This new proofing capability enabled teams to easily upload content, request feedback from stakeholders, control versions, and get approvals in a simple, streamlined process. Since then, customers have created over 140,000 proofs in Smartsheet. We also recognize that the tool of choice for designers and creative development is the Adobe Creative Cloud. So it makes it easier for creatives to engage in workflows being managed in Smartsheet. We built an integration to allow them to route content for review and approvals directly from Adobe. But we're just getting started. We know that customers have many workflows that involve content, some of which extend beyond creative development and marketing, including procurement, legal, and business ops. To support this diverse set of customer needs, we must offer a broader set of capabilities, including support for more content types and more robust proofing capabilities. So I'm happy to share the next wave of proofing enhancements, starting with support for over 50 new document types that we'll be releasing between now and January. We're starting with support for Microsoft Office files, which is available today. Now you can upload, review, comment, and approve Word, PowerPoint, and Excel files right from Smartsheet proofing. We've also added support for advanced annotations, so now in addition to pins, you can use boxes and arrows to provide more targeted feedback. And best of all, we've added proofing for videos with frame-level timestamp capability. So now you'll also be able to proof video content and provide granular feedback. When you combine these new proofing capabilities with the Adobe integration, you've got a pretty amazing feature set for content in Smartsheet. But how do we take it to the next level and make it really world-class? Customers have told us they need a better way to organize, discover, distribute, and measure the content they generate. Many are using legacy on-prem solutions or simple online file sync and share services that just aren't designed to support the full digital asset management lifecycle, from creation to collaboration to distribution. As we looked at different ways to solve this, we determined that the only way to truly provide an end-to-end solution for customers was for us to add digital asset management capabilities to the Smartsheet platform. This ultimately led to our recent acquisition of Brandfolder, the #1 rated digital asset management platform by G2 Crowd. Brandfolder provides an intuitive platform to easily store, share, and track all forms of digital content. It uses AI to automatically tag and organize content in a way that makes it easy to find. It shares insights into your content and how it's performing. And it even provides recommendations on how to improve it. It's really slick. And I'm excited to announce that starting today, we've integrated Smartsheet with Brandfolder to help you and your team streamline the content production process from assignment through final delivery. This initial integration will keep attachments and proofs synced with Brandfolder assets. So when a proof is completed, the approval file will automatically be copied to the right place in Brandfolder, along with the Smartsheet metadata. This gives users the ability to easily categorize, search for, and distribute assets. But we don't want to just talk about it. Let's show you.
Brandfolder gives companies the ability to do more and get more out of their brand's content. To demonstrate, let's take a look at a visual asset created in Adobe. Once finished, the asset can be published right from Adobe to Brandfolder, thanks to our integration with Adobe Creative Cloud. Brand Intelligence, Brandfolder's proprietary AI, then goes to work auto-tagging the asset, extracting text, detecting subjects, even tagging brand-specific information like individual product models and SKUs, making it easy to search and find the content you need. A marketer can then add that asset to any desired collections and portals, giving access and permissions to stakeholders like retailers or media agencies, all without ever uploading, downloading, or duplicating the asset. One single source of truth. Stakeholders can then see the exact asset they need, download that asset in their desired size and format, or use templates to adjust specifics within the asset to fit their needs, all while maintaining brand consistency. And the best part, there's no training required on Brandfolder's intuitive interface. With Brandfolder's analytics platform, marketers can track exactly how their content is performing and who's engaging with that content, and then use that information to inform the next round of creativity. By joining with Smartsheet, we're now merging the best collaborative work management platform with the best digital asset management platform to uniquely offer our customers the best of both worlds. Stay tuned, this is just the beginning.
And this initial integration is just the first of many, so stay tuned for deeper integrations between Brandfolder and Smartsheet. When you look at the power of combining Smartsheet's collaboration, content proofing, and workflow capabilities with Adobe Creative Cloud and Brandfolder's leading digital asset management platform, no one comes close to matching this level of capability and empowering marketers and designers to manage their work end to end. At Smartsheet, we want to empower all of you to automate actions, accelerate the work of your teams, and do this with an enterprise-grade platform. And when customers take full advantage of this, the impact can be massive. I love sharing an example from Starbucks that really highlights the potential of automated workflows. Kely Drake, a senior project manager, was tasked with installing COVID-19 safety equipment in over 17,000 stores earlier this year. Doing this with Smartsheet automated workflows saved Starbucks millions of dollars, provided real-time details to field leadership, shortened the project completion timeline by half, and freed up team members to focus on additional project work. All of this without having to burden IT. It's amazing to see how our platform has the potential to empower all knowledge workers to transform how they work, and Kely is a great example of this. Speaking of transformation, Smartsheet users trigger over 4 million automated workflows every month. And that number is actually growing 20% month over month. And we love seeing that increase because every time it goes up, we know Smartsheet users are leveraging automations to improve efficiency, save time, and transform how they work. And that's why we continue to enhance automations and give users more ways to automate their work. Last year, we launched multi-step automated workflows, new time-based and recurring triggers, and move and copy row actions. And today, I'm excited to announce some great enhancements for 2020. First is the ability to automatically date stamp approvals, status updates, and other key milestones to measure and compare team performance. We're also adding a new feature to automatically assign work items to team members, eliminating delays due to process handoffs. And because different scenarios and stakeholders require tailoring how they communicate, we've introduced simple, link-free notifications, allowing you to send just the right amount of information for updates and reminders to your team, customers, vendors, and other key stakeholders. Now, a lot of you use Smartsheets for performing critical business processes, and many of those processes leverage formulas. Smartsheet currently provides cell-level formulas which offer great flexibility, but they also can be inadvertently changed on large projects with multiple collaborators. To make it easier to apply a formula to an entire column and maintain consistency, I'm excited to announce the release of column formulas. With column formulas, you enter a formula one time, convert it to a column-level formula, and it will apply that formula to every cell in the column, regardless of where or how new rows get added. Column formulas can only be edited by licensed sheet owners and admins, and they're going to save you a ton of time and give you confidence in the accuracy of your data. They're available today, and Smartsheet is the only platform that provides customers the flexibility to apply formulas at both the cell and column level. Many of our customers use Smartsheet to gather and process data as part of a workflow that ultimately generates a document, including things like quotes, SOWs, invoices, job offers, or lease agreements. And most of the time, they use a PDF document template to generate those documents. If you or your team is responsible for putting together documents, you know it can be a challenge to do this accurately at scale. Wouldn't it be great to be able to automate this process? Well, we had the exact same thought, and now you can with the launch today of Smartsheet Document Builder. The Smartsheet Document Builder makes it easy to quickly create custom PDF documents from a template using sheet data. Simply map the fields in your sheet to a PDF template of your choice, and then use the mapping to generate custom versions on the fly for one or more rows. Completed documents can be downloaded or attached to the appropriate rows in Smartsheet to keep everything organized. I believe this will be super valuable to customers because in the private beta for Document Builder, we had customers generating tens of thousands of documents before it was even ready to launch. We've heard from a lot of customers about the need to automate business processes across platforms. Whether it's being able to pull a record from SAP and feed it into a Smartsheet workflow, or creating a ticket in ServiceNow when a new row is added in Smartsheet. We believe we're part of a broader ecosystem of tools to configure work, and that's why we continue to put a lot of focus on integrating Smartsheet with the rest of your software stack. There are a lot of workflow tools designed to help automate process across platforms, but most of those tools are either require deep technical skills or they're just not powerful enough to automate the entire process. And that's exactly why we built Bridge. As Mark mentioned earlier, Bridge is our automation engine that does not require code to enable workflow orchestration between platforms. We designed Bridge to be powerful enough to automate complex business processes, but accessible enough to be used by IT and business users. As one of our more advanced services, Bridge allows you to build multi-step business process to trigger actions and share data across platforms. It's been fun to see how customers are already using Bridge to orchestrate workflows across systems to achieve outcomes that were previously unattainable. We quietly introduced Bridge in July, and today we're excited to make Bridge generally available to all Smartsheet customers. Anyone interested in learning more about Bridge should reach out to their Smartsheet sales rep. So we talked a lot about collaboration, content, and workflows, and how Smartsheet is innovating in each of these areas to bring them together to enable dynamic work. But none of that matters if the platform you're deploying is not enterprise grade. And Smartsheet is investing heavily to make sure our platform delivers the scale, performance, security, availability, and manageability that enterprise organizations need. In the last few months, we've delivered a 4x increase in sheet capacity, a 5x improvement in sheet load times, and a 60% improvement in formula calculation times. But when it comes to performance at scale, we are never done. Because every time we reach a new level, it unlocks you, our customers, to do even more with Smartsheet. So you will continue to see us invest here. Along with performance, one of the most important components of an enterprise-grade platform is security. Smartsheet was built from the ground up with strict security requirements and protocols to secure your data, give you control of user access, and provide you with methods to safely share information inside and outside of your organization. Our enterprise-grade multi-level security includes around-the-clock monitoring, physical security, data encryption, and user authentication. Certifications include ISO, SOC, PCI, DSS, FedRAMP, HIPAA, and ITAR, just to name a few. We also provide enterprise-grade administration and user management, including things like permissions, visibility into activity, chargeback reports, provisioning, and event reporting that enables wiring into data loss prevention, CASB, and other systems enterprises rely on to maintain security and compliance. In May, we launched Smartsheet Admin Center to get IT a simple, centralized way to manage their Smartsheet account. It provides a snapshot of your account and an easy way to manage users, groups, authentication, and security, just to name a few. This summer, we added several new capabilities to make it easier to add and make bulk updates to users. And today, I'm excited to share some new enhancements coming early next year. We'll start by expanding Admin Center to also let you see and manage first-party apps like Dynamic View and Data Uploader. Admins will soon be able to control user roles for an app at either the user or org level. But that's not all. We're also expanding our governance capabilities with policy templates to make it really easy for administrators to set and enforce policy restrictions. The first is a data retention policy, which will help automatically flag and delete aging and unused documents. The second is a data sharing and export policy for controlling what internal and external users can do in terms of things like publish, export, or share externally. We've also heard from several enterprise customers that they want cool stuff like single sign-on, directory integration, and other governance features, but still want the flexibility to manage licenses in each department. So we've introduced an enterprise plan manager that allows IT to set up those things centrally, but doesn't require consolidation of all the plans into a single one. We've talked a lot today about empowering users at the edge, and we know you're all working hard to build the tools that power dynamic work in your teams and organizations. Things like forms to collect information, automated workflows to collect data across platforms, and dashboards and reports to share data and insights. And you're working with a lot of different stakeholders, inside and outside of your organization, who need to engage in different ways. Maybe it's collecting project updates from your team, collaborating with a vendor, or sharing program status with executives. The key is engagement. No business process, no matter how well designed, will be successful without active engagement from everyone involved. And even with all the tools at your disposal, getting stakeholders to engage can still be challenging. And this is exactly why we're building a new platform called Work Apps that Mark mentioned earlier. Work Apps is a no-code platform for building intuitive web and mobile apps to streamline your business and simplify collaboration. With Work Apps, you can build easy-to-navigate apps in a few minutes using sheets, forms, reports, dashboards, and even external content like Tableau dashboards or Google Docs, all without writing a single line of code. Work Apps supports the concept of roles with a tailored view of the app to make it easy to give everyone the information they need. And best of all, you just assign a role and give access to the app. There's no need to provide access to the underlying sheets or reports that make up the app. Work Apps is a new premium offering for enterprise and premier customers that will officially launch in January. But you don't have to wait to experience the power of Work Apps. Today we're launching a preview of Work Apps for all business, enterprise, and premier customers. Visit smartsheet.com/workapps to learn more and sign up for the preview. Now, before I finish, I want to share one more thing, something I think all of you are going to be really excited to see. We've been hard at work designing a brand new look and feel for Smartsheet, and I'd like to give you a glimmer of how the Smartsheet experience will transform over the next 6 months. I think you're going to love the new platform capabilities we've shared today and the power we're building into Smartsheet. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll now hand it back to Nigel, who has some closing words before we wrap up the day.
Thank you, Gene, for the update on what's new in the Smartsheet bag of tricks. There are so many great enhancements there, many of which are a direct result of feedback from you, our customers. We really appreciate your input, so please keep it coming so that our incredible product development team can keep innovating and bringing your ideas to life. This brings us to almost the end of today's event. The past few hours have flown by as we've heard the latest on what's happening at Smartsheet and also from our fantastic customers across the Asia Pacific region. To quickly recap and summarise some of my own takeaways, first, I really liked how our CEO Mark Mader talked to the need for being curious and having a hunger to explore new things to succeed in these times of rapid and unpredictable change. Then our customer panel tackled one of the topics that's been on our minds on exactly what empowers businesses to be agile in the face of change. Even though there are a diverse range of customers, from specialty construction services company AG Coombs to property developer Ayala Land, sports broadcaster Fox Sports and the Western Australia Mental Health Commission, it's clear that businesses with seamless collaboration, solid workflow processes and an appetite for learning on the go are the ones best equipped to stand the test of time. We also heard from New South Wales Department of Corrective Services on how they're improving infrastructure, and we heard from Quiddity, Local Government Association of South Australia and RMIT during the breakout streams. It's so great to see the diverse ways our customers are using Smartsheet and the dynamic work they achieve as a result. Finally, from Gene just now, we heard about the latest and greatest in Smartsheet product news. I'm really excited about the added potential these announcements will deliver to our customers. In particular, the 10,000 feet panel for Smartsheet, general availability of Bridge and Work Apps preview release. Now, with many Asia Pacific organisations operating leaner than ever before due to the pandemic, it's critical to be able to effectively manage a workforce in a way that creates efficiencies and empowers teams to make the most of available skills and time. The 10,000 feet panel for Smartsheet definitely enables this. With Bridge, the ability to build complex business workflows through a no-code interface which drives efficiencies and allows you to gain a clearer picture across systems to make informed decisions for your business is truly exciting. And with Work Apps, I love how teams can build flexible solutions within minutes that unify and streamline workflows and create dynamic change. There's a lot to be excited about, folks. Wow, we've certainly covered a lot of ground in the past 3 hours. A huge thank you to all our speakers, and in particular to our amazing customers who have taken the time to share their stories with you and be a part of today's event. We really couldn't do it without you. Please join me in giving a virtual round of applause for everybody who has been a part of Engage APAC today. Now, before we finish, I also wanted to share that Smartsheet has partnered with British professional sailor Pip Hare, who is a competitor in the 2021 Vendée Globe Yacht Race, starting on the 8th of November. Pip is just one of 6 female skippers in this year's race and has registered to race single-handed, non-stop around the world on her 60-foot boat, Medallia. Pip's going to sail for nearly 3 months alone in some of the most isolated, unforgiving waters in the world. She's definitely taking social distancing seriously. Smartsheet is powering the Pip Hare Ocean Racing team through a dynamic work management platform that streamlines business and boat operations and optimises live race management with reporting on the weather, key boat performance data, and sailors' vitals. Here's a bit more about Pip.
My whole life, I have had to justify my position on a boat. In my teenage years, I went on a sailing holiday. I really fell in love with it then. There is always room to change, to adapt, to become better, to learn. It's the most beautiful experience, and I can't imagine my life without sailing. When I look at the face of sailing now and the face of sailing when I started, the representation of women would still be incredibly poor. It doesn't make me angry, it makes me sad, but it also makes me determined. I think I just suddenly realised that maybe I was the one holding myself back. I'd sailed so many hundreds of thousands of miles, I knew I was capable, and so I just went. I stepped on my boat and I sailed 7,500 miles from Uruguay to the UK. It didn't just tick boxes, it made me tingle, it made me glow, it made me so proud of the person that I was, the proudest that I'd ever been in my life. I don't want accolades, I don't want people to look at me and think that what I'm doing is great. That's not why I do it. I do it because I want to be the best human being I possibly can. I just hope that by sharing my story, it may change the landscape.
Wow, regardless of whether you're a sailing fan or not, that really is an inspirational story. And I hope you'll join us in following Pip closely through her journey. You can find more information and follow Pip's journey via our website, or watch a replay of Mark Mader's interview with Pip from our US Engage event. Thanks again for joining us for this year's Engage APAC event, and what an event it's been. It's really exciting to start off with a bang here in APAC, taking our first ever Engage event in the region virtual to more than 3,500 registered attendees. If you have any questions about anything you've heard today, whether it's about the Smartsheet platform or how you can unlock human potential or anything else for that matter, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of our APAC team or via engage2020@smartsheet.com. Once again, thank you and see you next year.